ladies and gentlemen, we are about 43 days away, something like that, from the election. And it is very crucial and very important that the American public, that the people are well informed into making a very careful and concise decision going into the voting ballots come November 5th. Now, early voting has already happened and opened up in some states, but the main event will happen on November 5th when a majority of the general public will vote. So here's what I have to say. And for those of you guys that did not see this is a two comparison side-by-side video of two candidates, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, how they answer a very direct and simple question from the American public. We're going to take a look at how Donald Trump answers a question compared to how Kamala Harris answers a question. Let's take a look.
We really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family.
You see, now we're getting a whole bunch of word salads, a bunch of word fillers, verbal fillers. Bro, just answer the fucking direct question. How are you going to fix the economy? What plans, what policies are you going to try to implement to make sure that people can afford groceries, homes, cars, childcare, education, etc.? We don't need all that fucking word salad. We don't need all that bullshit. Answer a direct question, but Kamala Harris cannot do so. Kamala Harris never answers a direct question. She flip-flops. She throws you a bunch of word salads and tries to bring her back to her two talking points. Again, answer the direct question. What are you going to do to fix the economy? We don't give a fuck about how you grew up, your background. That is not important to us. Your background is not important to our wallets. What are you going to do to fix the economy that you and Joe Biden caused to make everything damn near unlivable and unaffordable?
Family and working hard and finding that the American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive than it's been.
See, just keep throwing around word salads. See?
How are you going to bring down?
Now look at how Trump is going to answer the same question he was asked by a person that asked Kamala Harris that question. Look how Trump is going to answer this.
The cost of food and groceries.
Good. Very good. Thank you.
What everybody needs to know.
So we have to start always with energy. Always. I don't want to be boring about it, but there's no bigger subject. It covers everything. If you make donuts, if you make cars, whatever you make, energy is a big deal. And we're going to get that. It's my ambition to get your energy bill within 12 months down 50%. If I can do that, we've done a hell of a job. 5-0, not 15, 50. Interest rates are going to follow, and actually they're going to follow for another reason. The economy is now not good. And interest rates, you'll see they'll do the rate cut and all the political stuff tomorrow, I think. And, will he do a half a point? Will he do a quarter of a point? But the reason is because the economy is not good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. But we're going to get interest rates down, and we got to work with our farmers. Our farmers are being decimated right now. They're being absolutely decimated.
Now, again, this is from a Team Trump, TikTok account, obviously, affiliated with Donald Trump. But you see the difference in how Donald Trump answers a question compared to how Kamala Harris answers a question. She starts off with a whole background story, how she grew up, a lot of word salads, a lot of verbal fillers. We don't give a fuck. Answer a direct question. Donald Trump said, hey, first is going to start with energy. All right, we're going to drill, baby, drill more. The more energy that we have, the more we're able to bring down people's and companies' electricity bill, production bill. That's the key, because under the Biden administration, they are having few offshore drilling the most in recent years. I believe it's like in 40 years that administration has had the fewest offshore drilling. Biden has terminated a lot of permits to continue drilling. We're drilling less under the Biden administration compared to the Trump administration. That's why he shut down the construction to the Keystone Pipeline that would have had 10,000 plus employees, that would have had more gas, oil coming into the country, I believe from Canada to somewhere in the center, like Montana or some shit like that. He shut that down. Biden shut down a lot of permits. Biden did a lot of the stuff that Trump already had plans to do for the next administration to follow up on. Okay, energy is everything. If we do not produce oil or gas and you only have a certain amount of it, it's going to go up in value. This is basic economics, guys. If you only have a certain amount of things and it is harder to produce those things, you're going to raise those costs because you got to get those profits back in order to stay in business. That's why also Trump mentioned the farmers are getting destroyed. They're getting killed because they're not producing or don't have the same access to energy to make these goods. And it's costing farmers an arm and a leg. And the farming industry is not that much of a big profit overturn. They have a razor thin profit margin. Grocery stores in general have a 1 to 3% profit margin. So people think that these grocery stores are ranking up billions of dollars just price gouging for no reason is a complete fucking lie. Look at the list of all these grocery stores that have had to shut down their stores. They're not doing this just for the fun because of tax write-offs. They're doing it because they simply cannot afford to keep the stores open. People cannot afford to go in and buy these eggs, these milks, these yogurts, the meat, the chicken, essential stuff needed to stay alive. It has cost the producer more money to make these stuff. Therefore, they're going to pass the offset the effects of that to the consumer. And the consumer's like, hey, you're charging me, 50% more on a piece of chicken. I don't get paid 50% more on my wages. So therefore, they're going to have to make some tough decisions that they shouldn't have to. But that's the situation because of Biden economics has put this country in. Again, a lot of people are going into the polls with their wallets in mind. They said, I don't give a fuck about the whole, left versus right, propaganda versus this and that. I'm going into the polls, hey, who is going to help put more money into my pocket? Who's going to help make sure that my family lives in a more financial, better state that they were in 4 years ago? We have a track record of Donald Trump. We've had a track record of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And in terms of financially and the economy, Donald Trump has a better track record of the economy than Kamala Harris and Joe Biden does. That's just a plain, simple fact. People want to be like, oh, my feelings, but I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like the things that he says too. But guess what? I'm still voting for the guy because guess what? I want to be able to get my own place. I want to be able to have more money in my pocket. I want to be able for my 401k to be thriving. I want my stock, my investments to be thriving. I want to make more money and have that money work for me. Under this administration, everybody, the middle class is getting fucking destroyed because they cannot afford things. Their 401ks have been depleted. Last year, 401ks, people were maxing out their 401ks, withdrawing a lot of money from their 401ks. I believe it was an average $20-something thousand people were taking out because they had to get that money just to afford to pay their bills. An asset that is used for retirement. People said, fuck it, I need the money. They took the tax penalty and were withdrawing it just to pay off bills. People's credit cards have toppled $1 trillion under the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administration. But yet they want to tell you, oh no, the economy's fine. The middle class is not saying the same thing. People want to be like, well, the stock market is up. No, the fuck is not. Have you seen the last month of September? Stocks were fucking going down. It was still in September, but for the majority month of September, the stocks were going down. The market was crashing. That's why a lot of these big time investors, Warren Buffett, almost liquidated all of his assets in the stock market because it was going down. And all of a sudden they want to report, well, people's 401ks are up. That's a complete fucking lie. Just last year they were down. Now you mean to tell me they had this magical turnaround in just a few short months in 1 year? Please give me a fucking break. Media lies. Democrats lie. Republicans lie too. Both sides lie. That's why I'm independent. But guys, look at track record. Look at your bank account statements. Look at your 401ks. Look at your bills constantly increasing. You can't afford this under the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administration. And you would damn sure not be able to afford this if Kamala Harris becomes president. So if you want shit to be more affordable and have more money in your pocket to financially support yourself, you or your family, your kids, or for future stuff that you want to do, start a business, run a business, make that 401k, your investment stocks go up, you better vote for Trump. I'm telling you guys, you better vote for Trump. Not talk about morality, because we know the guy's not a good person. But money-wise, somebody who's a businessman, somebody who has billions of dollars of net worth, he knows how to get it done. And people will be like, well, you know, Trump has filed bankruptcy so many times. So has other multi-billionaires. It's a common business practice they use, guys. Okay? Mark Cuban has filed like, what, 4 or 5 bankruptcies before. But you don't see people bitching and moaning about that. All billionaires, all rich people have filed bankruptcies before in their life. It's a business practice they use to get off the hook. So please save me the bullshit. But let me know what you guys think about my commentary in this video of the difference between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris answering the question how they're going to fix the economy. Do you agree to disagree with my commentary? Leave your comments down below. Smash like and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.